good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We're recording live from the mothership. We've got a mouthful. Apologize, I probably should have finished eating before we click play. That would have been a simple solution, but how's it? Choked. My bad. I really should have started. I really should have finished before I started. How's everybody doing? Episode 24 of the Real Madrid Career. We are back. We are here. Season 2 is about to commence. We are going to get the first La Liga game of the season in this video, but before we even get to that, we have to deal with the first competitive game of the season, and it is the European Supercup, the yearly challenge. Oh my god, my mic. Why is my mic? Oh no. Hold up. I'm ill prepared. You know I'm out of time, so I gotta get this in where I can, bro. Alright. Yeah, you know, the yearly challenge between the winners of the Europa League and the winners of the Champions League. We, of course, were the Champions League winners for last season. So, you know, we come out here. We are the big boys. We are the big dogs in this game. We go up against Bayer Leverkusen. You're going to see that lineup. They actually have a pretty strong side. Like, they've made some really good signings. I'm not surprised at all that they were able to win the Europa League. I mean, you put Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, Bayer Leverkusen are looking real good this season. But I mean, you put them in Europa. I don't even know. Are Bayer Leverkusen in Europa League in real life? Or are they in, what German teams in Champions League? Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, Wolfsburg. Are they 3 or 4? Probably Leverkusen. I don't know. But look, you look at that team. They got some good players in that team. Could be better, of course, you know. But I mean, then it would probably be a Champions League team and not a Europa League team. But we come out here, first game of the season. We got some, you know, not completely our strongest side. You know, we got a lot of, I mean, you play a Real Madrid, you put a Real Madrid squad out there, it's going to be a strong squad regardless. And that's something that we're focused on improving. You know, we got the squad depth. We want to make sure that every player we put on the pitch is ready and capable of getting the job done. And Bayer Leverkusen had a tough job on their hands for this game. They got an opportunity right there, the first shot on target of the game, and it was a free kick, a dead ball that gave them that opportunity right there. And you could see from the replay it was heading into that top corner. And your player of the season, you know what? Hold up, because I ain't even checked. You know what? We're gonna leave it to the next episode. Next episode, we're gonna see who won all the awards. But what I do know is player of the season for last year, of course, Thibaut Courtois voted. The only award that is voted by me. Your fans player of the year still up for debate. So I mean, there's still time for you guys to go ahead and vote before you see the next episode. 37 minutes in, we were almost in behind as Bernardo Silva got past Jonathan Tah. The referee made a very interesting decision, and I'm not 100% sure if I agree with the decision that the referee made, because there was covering help. I mean, you look right there to the right side of Jonathan Tah. There is cover. I mean, I don't know if I would agree, but regardless, Jonathan Tah was sent off, and we now had a man advantage in this Super Cup game. A ball was played beautifully into Eden Hazard. I think it was played by Valverde, and Eden Hazard was there inside the box to finish with aplomb. The left foot, right foot. When you got a player the quality of Eden Hazard, it really doesn't matter. Beautifully played into the box, and a lovely finish as well. You can see it from right there. He just tucked it away nicely. Again, on the left foot, just showing his quality. Had a good season for a lot of last year, but obviously suffered with injuries. Hopefully we can get an injury-free season out of Eden Hazard, and really get some more quality out of him before, you know, obviously he's getting older. He's about 31, 32 years old, so he's not going to be here for the entire save. But hopefully we can get an injury-free season out of him this season, and hopefully, if possible, keep his rating up as high as it is. Bayer Leverkusen got themselves another chance right there, but it was another fantastic save by Thibaut Courtois right there to keep the game at just 1-0. Luka Modric sprayed the ball out wide. Bayer Leverkusen, man, came flying in, and the referee had to send Charles Arangui off for a second yellow card. Bayer Leverkusen all of a sudden down to 9 men in this Super Cup game, And right there, I mean, you can't, I mean, I had reservations about the first one. You can't complain at all about that one right there. When you're in your yellow card and you come in with a challenge like that, I mean, you really can't complain. You can't complain at all. But we came forward again, obviously having a 2-man advantage now. It was all Real Madrid. 72 minutes in, we doubled our lead and pretty much put the game beyond Bayer Leverkusen as we fired our second goal of the game into the back of the net. It was headed down nicely into the path of Federico Valverde, who, at the time of recording this, well, last time I checked at least, he was actually leading for Young Player of the Season award, which I find kind of interesting. He had a really good season, but I honestly think that nobody other than, only Vinicius should be winning Young Player of the Season after the campaign that he had last year. But regardless of that, Federico Valverde, I mean, you could see clearly from that replay right there that the keeper really just should have saved that. There's no two ways about it, but he didn't. We doubled our lead. We came forward again as Vinicius found Guendouzi, and you could see the effects of them being down to 9 men because he was just able to he just drifted into the box. All the space in the world. Look, the boy is uncontested. The boy was uncontested. I ain't never seen somebody so uncontested on their way to the box. But yeah, nice finish right there as well from Matteo Guendouzi, and he got himself his first Real Madrid goal in his first competitive game. You can't really argue, you can't complain too much about that. It's going to be interesting to see the development of Guendouzi because, of course, you know, he's not by any means going to be our best player. He's not even going to be our best player in that position. Not even our best young player, you know. He is some way down the pecking order, but like I said, I do expect him to have some pretty damn good potential in this game. And he's especially in a position where we have a lot of options. So it's going to be interesting to see how much game time I can actually get Guendouzi and how much I can actually get him to grow to even potentially open the possibility of him getting more game time. Because of course, the more he grows, the more game time he's more likely to get. But in order for him to grow, we have to give him game time. But you know, there's so many players ahead of him in the list. Players like Casemiro, and I mean, even you go to the bench, you got Valverde and Camavinga, and you know, there's a lot ahead of Guendouzi. But he's made the decision to come to Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world, on a free contract. He could have chose any team in the world that he wanted. I mean, I'm sure there would have been no shortages of signatures. I mean, no shortages of suitors for his signature with a player with so much of a high ceiling. He chose to come to us, and we're going to see how that works out for Guendouzi. And hopefully he's really good. He seems like the type of player that's usually really good on FIFA, right? The all-rounders are usually the players that are really good. The players that just do it all. The players with really good stamina and that can just run. So hopefully we'll see. I mean, again, just like everybody else, we'll give him the game time. We'll see how it plays out. But we are now into our first game of the La Liga season, and you can see how we lined up. We're playing up against Valladolid right here, and just like last season, Vinicius Jr. opens our account for a new season. Scored the first goal of the La Liga campaign last year. Scores the first goal of the La Liga campaign this year. Vinicius Jr. starts off how we started off the last one, and if he has a season anything like the last one, we're going to be more than happy with his contribution to the team. Ball given away by Valladolid. That is not how you want to start your La Liga campaign, because I mean, it's one thing that you get drawn to play Real Madrid in your opening game, right? It's another thing when you go into that game and you put yourself down within the first 25 minutes, you know. So already on the back foot, we're coming forward again. Well-worked move right here as we played it in behind. Benzema is denied as he gets in behind, picks up the loser. Sorry, that's not Benzema. I don't even know who that was. But the ball eventually came out. Look. I really should make my screen a little bit bigger so I can actually see the names above there. But Vinicius went down the left-hand side, put the ball into the box. It fell on the edge to Casemiro, who got himself off a nice little volley and was denied in the end by the goalkeeper. And our goalkeeper is on the other side, starting off attacks as a beautiful ball is played over the top, in behind. Another chance to get ourselves a second goal of the game, but we were denied by the Valladolid keeper. Again, and he wasn't able to continuously stop us because Eder Militao found a powerful header inside the box and finally was able to double our lead before standing around in front of Toni Kroos and having a little conversation. I like that ball you put into the box, bro. That was a good cross, man. Yeah, bro, I like that. That was a good-ass header too, man. Yeah. Yeah, they're just standing in front of each other, dapping it up. Eder Militao a little bit, I ain't surprised that the boy, again, last time I checked the voting, he had no votes. I ain't surprised. The centre-backs just don't get the love. But I feel like he needs a little bit of respect because the boy, the way he played last season, different, man. Honestly, the way he played last season was honestly one of the best centre-backs that I've used on FIFA, period. Not even FIFA 22, just period. He was so good last season, and if he just keeps growing and keeps getting better, bon pressé, you know. But we're still in the transfer window, of course, as you can see. A lot of deals being confirmed right there. Willy Orban getting himself a deal. AS Monaco securing the signing of Gianluca Mancini, who actually was one of the players. I had a long list of players when I'm looking for that centre-back signing that we ended up going for. Kimpembe, a lot of players, you know, a lot of rumors were going around throughout the save. You know, you saw certain names like Pau Torres and Rudiger, and you know, and Mancini was one of them, but we decided to go for Kimpembe in the end, and in the end, Mancini goes to France, to AS Monaco. But more deals going on in the window. Renier, we played him, we gave him some time in preseason. Honestly, if I'm keeping it honest, I was low-key impressed with Renier in preseason. He played pretty well, but evaluating the squad coming into the season, looking at what we have and what we can improve, and improve doesn't just mean coming in. Improve means this exactly, how we can improve our players by sending them out, getting them game time. AC Milan came in for a loan for Renier, and like I said, this is going to be a long save, right? Don't be surprised if this goes on and on like this. I'm honestly, at this point, I'm thinking this is probably going to be the only save I do for the lifespan of FIFA 22. That's where I'm at right now, because even if I do decide to wrap it up with Real Madrid, I'll probably pick another team within the save. So this save will go on a while. So young players, we don't need to rush them. You know, they got plenty of time. Renier is still young, only 20 years old. He's gone out on loan to AC Milan, and hopefully he has a good season there. And it just got even more real because, I mean, hey, listen, this is just the beginning. Right now, second La Liga game of the season, we are kicking off against Barcelona, and it gets even bigger because next game we're playing Atletico Madrid. So we were really drawn a tough start to the season. I mean, usually either of these games would have been live fixtures, but you know, when they come so early in the season and they come so close together, I decided, you know what, we're gonna throw them in and kind of make a super video instead of doing a live. Just make a super video with both. Well, they're not actually both in this video, but Atletico Madrid will be in the next, which will, I believe, include transfer deadline day. So it's all, especially when the transfer windows are open, I don't really want to be doing live games, to be honest. Got transfers to worry about, and it's looking like a repeat. What does the French say? So déjà vu. Hey, just how we started last season with Vinicius Junior on fire, and he gets a big one right here today. Another goal against Barcelona, as just at the end of last season he got the opener in the Champions League final against them, and this boy, he's starting to enjoy playing against Barcelona, I assume. A nice finish from Vinicius. It was in a position where he really had to find the back of the net though, and in his first 2 games of the La Liga season he scores his second goal. Almost put on a plate for us from Barcelona, and we are 1-0 up in this one. Beautifully taken goal from Vinicius, and only 30 minutes into the game, Barcelona still have a lot of time to try and get themselves back into it, and they're moving the ball around. This is where these teams are so dangerous. When this one right here, the AI, when the AI get into that position right there, they are just, especially Barcelona, man. I mentioned it in season 1 after the first few times I played against Barcelona. Look, sometimes they are unplayable, man. Like, I'm trying my best, and a lot of the time, the AI play like this a lot. a lot of the time I can handle it. A lot of the time I can maneuver my players and stay in front of them. But sometimes, and especially with Barcelona, man, they can cause you a lot of trouble. And in the end, they maneuvered the ball just quick enough to find space for Memphis Depay, and he drew them level. And we found ourselves back at 1-1 with Barcelona applying pressure, forcing another brilliant save out of Thibaut Courtois. And you can see how pissed off De Jong is about not being able to find the back of the net right there. But he can't be too mad at himself because it's Thibaut Courtois, you know. This is what he does. But ball into the box, and again, tipped over the bar by that man. World Cup winner, remember? Thibaut Courtois, the World Cup winner. But it's out again. Another corner to Barcelona there, applying the pressure just after the second half. Another header one right there. This time by Sergio Busquets, but unable to find the back of the net with that one. Ball comes up long. We ended up going route one from that one. And we were able to get the ball out wide. Weren't able to get anything to happen though, because Jordi Alba did take down Bernardo Silva, who done a brilliant job to actually spin him. And we were going to put the ball into the box from this one. Almost won by Benzema, but cleared well from Barcelona. Looks like it's going to make its way out, but brilliant defending makes the ball find its way over to Vinicius, who finds Ferland Mendy! First goal at the save, and what a time to get it. Well worked goal. You have to see, this is the type of thing that you don't even pay attention to, and sometimes you forget. But the contribution right there from right back, I think it was Dani Carvajal right there, who won the ball back brilliantly and just set us up on an attack that really in many ways was inevitable, because the ball was just worked across the left. Ferland Mendy, we had an extra man over on the left hand side, and he found the back of the net. And honestly, that was the last bit of action that really meant anything in this game, as it helped us leave with all 3 points. And we're coming out the other side now. Like I said, the first few games, we played Barcelona a lot last season, man. We played a lot of games against Barcelona. I'm thinking 5 or 6. Obviously, we played them twice in the league, played them twice in the Copa del Rey, played them Champions League final. We played them in the Supercup. Yeah, about 6 times we played Barcelona last season. And we struggled in the first few games, but the last couple was Champions League final, and now this one, you know, we beat them in the Copa del Rey in the second game. But big sale right here. Talking about Dani Carvajal. He is leaving Real Madrid for 92 million euros. Allow me to reinstate 92 million. I feel like Chris Jericho. Because now that Dani Carvajal has left, things will never be the same again. 92 million euros for Dani Carvajal. He is leaving. It's one of them, look, I couldn't say no, bro. How can a man, I'm only human. I mean, the thing is, like, we don't really need money like that. We're good. But at some point, we might. You know, you got players like Mbappe and Haaland out there. They cost a lot of money. So, you know, 92 million for an aging right back. Granted, Dani Carvajal is far and away the best right back in the world. It's not going to be easy to replace him with a player of his caliber. But the most expensive defender in history now, 92 million spent on him. I just couldn't turn it down, especially considering he's about 30 years old now. You know, now we have to think about who to replace him with, though. And I've got somebody in mind. You know, and this is where I got to make my money as a manager, you know. This is where you got to make things happen, and you got to be confident enough to make the right calls and make them work out in the end, most importantly, right? So, like I said, I've got to go out and I've got to replace him. But 92 million, Dani Carvajal leaves. Not a player I wanted to let go of, but the offer came in. We had a little talk, and I was able to get 92 million out of them. So he's going to Juventus. Big move for the Spaniard, and a big departure for Real Madrid as well, because like I said, there's not many, if any. He might be the best right back in the game, so naturally just gonna weaken our defense, you know. But big sell, I know. Unexpected, but hey, relax, cause look, big transfer coming in the next episode. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace.